Life is hard. There is no gentle way to say it, no poetic phrase that can soften the truth. Every human being, regardless of background, faith, or success, faces struggle in one form or another. Pain, loss, disappointment, uncertainty, and fear are universal experiences. From a young age, many people believe that life will eventually become easy, that one day problems will disappear and peace will arrive permanently. But maturity teaches a different lesson. Life does not become easy, we become stronger. Hardship is not a sign that something is wrong with you or that you are being punished. It is a sign that you are alive. Growth requires resistance just as muscles grow by being strained. Without difficulty, there would be no strength, no wisdom, and no depth of character. Life's hardest moments often shape the strongest people, yet when pain arrives, it feels personal, it feels unfair. You may ask, why me? Or, why now? These questions are natural, but they can trap the mind if left unanswered. When life is hard, the heart searches for meaning. This is where faith becomes essential, not as an escape from pain, but as a source of understanding and endurance. Life is hard because the world is imperfect. People make mistakes. Systems fail. Dreams break. Relationships end. Health declines. Plans fall apart. No amount of positivity can eliminate these realities. Ignoring pain does not make it disappear. But faith gives us the strength to face reality without being destroyed by it. When life is hard, many people feel abandoned by God. Silence feels like absence. Delayed answers feel like rejection. But faith teaches us that God's goodness is not measured by comfort, but by presence. Even when circumstances are painful, God is near. Even when answers are unclear, purpose is being formed. Hard seasons strip life down to what truly matters. They remove illusions, ego, and false security. They force you to confront your inner world, your fears, your weaknesses, your faith. Pain reveals character. It shows what you believe when everything else is taken away. Some of the greatest spiritual growth happens in the darkest moments. When life is easy, faith can become passive. But when life is hard, faith becomes active. You learn to pray not for comfort, but for strength. You learn to trust not because everything makes sense, but because you choose to believe. Life is hard, but it is not meaningless. Every struggle carries a lesson. Every delay carries purpose. Every tear carries weight. God does not waste pain. What feels like breaking is often shaping. What feels like loss is often preparation. 2, while life is undeniably hard, faith reminds us of a powerful truth. God is good, always. God's goodness is not dependent on circumstances. It does not change with success or failure, joy or pain. It is constant, steady, and reliable. Even when life feels chaotic, God's goodness does not mean life will be painless. It means you will never face pain alone. It means there is purpose beyond what you can see. It means that even in brokenness, restoration is possible. God's goodness is often revealed not by removing the storm, but by giving you strength to endure it. Trusting God in hard times requires surrender. Surrender is not giving up. It is letting go of control. It is accepting that you cannot see the full picture, but God can. When you surrender fear, anger, and confusion, you create space for peace to enter. Faith also teaches patience. God's timing rarely aligns with human urgency. What you want immediately may not be what you need eternally. Delays are not denials. Waiting is not wasted time. In the waiting, character is built, faith is strengthened, and wisdom is developed. God's goodness is often revealed through growth. Hard times teach empathy. Pain teaches compassion. Loss teaches gratitude. Struggle teaches humility. These qualities cannot be learned in comfort. They are formed in adversity. Through hardship, God shapes hearts capable of love, forgiveness, and strength. When life is hard, God's goodness is also revealed through people. Support, kindness, unexpected help. These are not coincidences. They are reminders that you are not alone. God often works through human connection to provide comfort and hope. Choosing to believe that God is good, even when life is hard, is an act of courage. It is a decision to trust beyond understanding. This trust does not eliminate pain, but it transforms it. Pain becomes part of a larger story, a story of growth, faith, and eventual healing. In time, you will look back and realize that the hardest seasons shaped you the most. They taught you resilience. They deepened your faith. They strengthened your character. You will see that God was present all along, guiding you through every step. Life will continue to be hard. New challenges will arise. But with faith, you will not face them with fear. You will face them with strength, trust, and hope. Because even when life is hard, God remains good. This truth does not promise an easy life. It promises a meaningful one. A life where pain has purpose, where struggle leads to strength, and where faith turns hardship into hope. Hold on to this truth. Life may be hard, but God is good. yesterday, today, and forever. To life is hard not only because of external struggles, but also because of internal battles. The mind wrestles with doubt, fear, guilt, and anxiety. The heart carries wounds from rejection, betrayal, and loss. Many people smile on the outside while silently breaking on the inside. This unseen pain is often the heaviest. God sees these hidden struggles. Even when no one else understands your pain, God understands every tear, every sleepless night, and every unanswered prayer. Hard life seasons challenge faith the most. When prayers feel unanswered and silence feels overwhelming, doubt tries to enter the heart, but silence does not mean abandonment. Sometimes God is working deeply in ways you cannot yet see. Roots grow in darkness before trees rise into the light. In the same way, faith grows strongest in seasons where visibility is low but trust is required. Life is hard because transformation is painful. Growth requires change, and change often hurts. God removes what is familiar to make room for what is necessary. Comfort can keep people stagnant, but struggle forces movement. When God allows discomfort, it is often because something greater is being prepared. God's goodness is often misunderstood. People expect goodness to look like ease, comfort, and success. But God's goodness is deeper than convenience. It is goodness that protects you from what would harm you, even when you do not understand it. Sometimes God says no to protect your future tension. Sometimes He delays to strengthen your faith. Trusting God when life is hard is a daily choice. Some days faith feels strong, other days it feels fragile. God honors both. Faith does not need to be perfect. It needs to be sincere. Even weak faith, when placed in a strong God, is enough. God's goodness is also revealed in restoration. What life breaks, God rebuilds. What pain destroys, God renews. Healing does not always happen instantly, but it always happens purposefully. God heals hearts in layers, restoring strength, confidence, and peace step by step. Life will remain hard at times. Faith does not remove storms. It teaches you how to stand in them. When you trust that God is good, even in pain, you gain a peace that the world cannot give or take away. You learn that struggle is temporary, but God's goodness is eternal. Hold on. Keep believing. Keep trusting. Life is hard, but God is good. Life is hard because humans carry expectations. Expectations of success, happiness, stability, and fairness. When reality fails to meet these expectations, disappointment is born. People expect relationships to last forever, efforts to be rewarded quickly, and prayers to be answered immediately. When these expectations collapse, pain follows. God uses these moments to teach surrender. Surrender is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the understanding that human plans are limited, but divine plans are complete. Life is also hard because identity is tested through struggle. When things go well, confidence is easy. But when life breaks you down, you are forced to confront who you are without success, comfort, or approval. God allows these seasons not to humiliate you, but to redefine you. Identity rooted in God is not shaken by failure or loss. It stands firm even when everything else falls apart. Many people carry silent guilt, regret over past mistakes, missed opportunities, and wrong decisions. This guilt can make life feel heavy and hopeless. But God's goodness includes forgiveness. God does not define you by your worst moment. He offers renewal, second chances, and restoration. Hard seasons become redemptive when you allow God to heal what shame tries to hide. God's goodness shines brightest in endurance. Endurance is the quiet strength to keep going when quitting feels easier. God does not always remove the burden immediately, but He strengthens your shoulders to carry it. Each day you endure builds spiritual muscle. What once felt unbearable slowly becomes manageable. Faith matures when it is tested. A faith that has never been challenged remains shallow. Hard life seasons force faith to grow roots. You stop believing because others believe, and you start believing because you have experienced God personally. This kind of faith cannot be shaken by opinion, criticism, or circumstance. God's goodness also reveals itself through transformation. Pain changes you, but with God, it changes you for the better. It makes you more compassionate, more patient, and more aware of what truly matters. You begin to value peace over approval, purpose over popularity, and faith over fear. A life will never be free of hardship, but it can be full of hope. Hope rooted in God does not depend on circumstances. It survives disappointment, delay, and difficulty. When you hold on to the truth that God is good, you discover that even the hardest seasons cannot steal your peace. Life is hard, but God is good, and that truth is enough to carry you through anything.